Hello, in this video I'm going to show you workflow on how to create your own sounds and how you can work in the DAW to build up a sound library. This is also a video that will go through how you can record sounds from DAW if you do not have access to a studio where you can route outputs and inputs how you want to. It's also a little bit about happy accidents, or as Brian Eno put it, honor thy error as a hidden intention. So I was working on a project when I accidentally discovered that if I only played the beginning of the project, then I would get some cool sounds from the sounds that were already in the project and that were routed through a reverb. So as the effect happens when I stop and start the project, I needed a way to record the lingering sounds, and I could obviously, what I could do is I cut up all the sounds and then lay them out on the timeline, but that just felt like a really long way about. Now if I was in the studio, I would route the outputs to somewhere else and then route them back into Pro Tools, but in this case I'm not in the studio, so what I've done instead is I'm using an application called Audio Hijack to basically record the output from Pro Tools. So here I've routed Pro Tools via Audio Hijack, and now I'm recording, just making sure that I've got some sound. I'll just switch over here to Audio Hijack, and we've got recording happening. So here I'm simply stopping and starting Pro Tools from different positions, and all the while Audio Hijack is recording all of these sounds. Once I've done the recordings, I've started a new project to have things a bit more organized. So I'm going to create the sound effects in this project, and then I'm going to re-import it into the project that I'm working on. So here I've cut up all the sounds, and now I'm just editing each sound to make sure that there aren't any clicks and pops and that they begin and start the way that I want. So here we have the finished files that I've added fades to, and now I'm going to use the gain plugin to consolidate these files. After that, I'm going to use strip silence because that allows me to batch rename all of them, and then finally I'm going to export them to their own folders. Now that I made backup of the files, I'm going to keep working on this, and I'm going to create some new effects using some of the Melda production plugins today because they're free. By making backups, I know that I can always go back and use the original files in another project or keep working on them elsewhere. Here I'm using the M frequency shifter, and here comes a warning. Once I found a sound that I like, I use the commit function in Pro Tools to save that sound and then keep on editing. Then finally I'll organize those on a single track and then go back and do the batch renaming, consolidation and exporting. And here I'm using the sounds that I've created for the initial part of this sequence, the little Morsey sound effects here for the radar thing. And this is the final result.